Let's break down the psychology behind this rivalry between Brooke, Gia, Beck, Stella, and Alyssa. Starting off with our queen bee, Brooke. Thank God she's not on my screen anymore. Brooke grew up in a socialite family. She's rich, she's pretty, and she's privileged. I assume she grew up in a bubble where she was very entitled and got anything she wanted. Someone who went to high school with Brooke posted on Reddit saying that she used to walk around school with a posse. My guess is that Brooke kind of appointed Gia as her right-hand woman to sort of follow her around and be her like little minion. Key factor here being very Regina George-esque is that Brooke was not actually threatened by or intimidated by Gia. Let's talk about Gia. Very differently to Brooke, Gia grew up being bullied. Gia was probably bullied by the Brookes. And so Gia changed every single thing about herself to fit into that conventional beauty standard. She puts up all these walls like she's a confident bad bitch, but deep down she's actually very insecure and is now relentlessly chasing fame, Instagram followers, and clout to basically fill that void within herself and make herself feel like she's outshone her bullies. Like, look at me, now I have the followers, now I have the clout, now I have people loving me. And that is why Gia buddied up with Brooke, because Brooke is the kind of person that Gia always wanted to associate herself with and always wanted to be. A pretty rich socialite. Probably because she was bullied, Gia gets a sense of power by bringing other people down, which is why she goes for Beck. On to Beck. Beck on the Hen's Night is probably the only bride that matched Gia in a sense of like abrasiveness and outspokenness, and that's probably why Gia immediately clocked it and went for Beck. Now, Beck is chronically insecure of people like Gia, especially because Beck is very openly insecure about her looks. Because my assumption is that the men that Beck has dated in the past have probably left her or ignored her for women who look more like Gia. And Gia feeds into this narrative about Beck being insecure about her with this whole Danny situation because it makes her feel better about herself. So Beck instantly looked at Gia and was jealous at the Hen's Night. And that is why she went against her. When in reality, there's probably some part of Beck that secretly wishes she was like Gia so that more men would find her desirable and attractive. Because the Gias get the guy. And that is why all she wants is for Danny to like her. She doesn't care how she's perceived, doesn't care who she aligns herself with. She just wants Danny to like her. And that's why at the most recent dinner party, she is now so relentlessly backing Danny because she can't stand the thought of Danny not liking her, because in her mind, Danny likes her. That means she is equal, she is worthy. So now we know all of that. Let's look at why these three women specifically target Alyssa and Stella seemingly out of nowhere. But firstly, follow me for more of these psychological breakdowns of our maths characters. Go to part 2.